Hello, my name is Fernanda Galo, and I'm here to talk about my collection, John Brown, the Abolitionist. I separated my collection into four categories. The first category is the essay, then I have the map and timeline, I have the primary sources, and the secondary sources. If you're wondering what is this collection about, this collection is about John Brown. John Brown is known to be an American abolitionist, and he was a leader of the abolitionist movement in the United States during the antebellum period. Brown was someone who believed in wiping out slavery across the country. In contrary to many anti-slavery activists, he was not a peaceful person when it came to slavery. Brown was born on May 9 of the year 18. His parents were Ruth Mills and Owen Brown. His family believed that slavery was wrong, so growing up, John Brown had this idea of using violence to end slavery. He believed that using violence can end slavery and inspire a slave insurrection. Brown was a man who believed in forceful actions against slavers and civil servants that permitted slavery. During the antebellum period, John Brown did all he could to stop slavery. Unfortunately, John Brown was hanged in Charleston town on December 2nd in 1859. If you're wondering what is in the collection, this collection embraces John Brown's personal writings, such as his will and letters to his family, documents such as John Brown's confession, the execution of John Brown's last speech and sentence, as well as events and phrases John Brown said on the last 6 days before his execution. Primary sources such as the witnesses' testimonies on the event of Harper's Ferry, the trial of John Brown, Harper's Ferry insurrection, John Brown's idea of government, and the conversation the court had with John Brown. How is this collection organized? As I said before, this collection is organized into four categories. The first category is the essay. This essay is basically an overview of the whole collection. The essay begins with a background of John Brown, the place that he was born and the day, such as the beliefs his family had, and then it continues with a detailed information of the events including Kansas, such that it continues with the event of Harper's Ferry. After talking in a detailed way about the two events, we have the we have an example of the primary source of the will right here, and then it continues with and ends with the conclusion. The conclusion is basically about the reason why I did this collection and why I chose John Brown. The second category is map and timeline. This category is separated into three sections: Harper's Ferry, Glen, Kansas, and John Brown. To begin with, I begin the section of Harper's Ferry with a very good document about John Brown's life and what he went through to get to Harper's Ferry. Then I continue with the timeline of Harper's Ferry, and then I ended up with the map. Then I continue with Blood in Kansas, and I began with the timeline, and then I continue with the map, such that I ended with John Brown's map. This map shows 19 places that John Brown was present, and then I ended up with John Brown's timeline. Then I continue with the primary sources. This category is separated into three sections again. First, I have the photograph and painting. I began this section with the photograph, and then I continue with the painting. And then right here, I have a mini description of the painting, as well as the citation and the title of the painting. Then I continue with the newspapers. The newspaper is separated into two sections, such that we have two newspapers from the Democratic Party and we have two newspapers from the Republican Party. Again, I have the title of the paper with the conclusion and the citation. And then I ended up with this section with the documents. This document right here is the letter Brown wrote to the Court of Virginia, as well that it has a mini description of the document with the citation. If you notice, I did add it at the link so you can go to the website I use. Right here in the documents, I would really highly recommend you to go to the website, because it's just not only one. We have more images right here for this. For example, this one's only one. But if we go to John Brown's will, this website has 111 images that you can use, such that it has the witnesses' testimonies on the event of Harper's Ferry, the trial of John Brown, Harper's Ferry insurrection, and more. And then we have the secondary sources. Right here, I have my bibliography right here, and then I ended up my collection with this video right here. But I highly recommend you to read my essay first, since it will give you a very good overview of the two events and about John Brown. And I would recommend you to just follow what I did here, just to begin with the essay, then continue with the timeline, the primary sources. Thank you.